Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode here in Motorsport International in Romanian Culture Cars. My name is Baicu Vlad-Andrei. I'm here with Sacha Lehmann. Hello, Sacha.
Hi everyone.
Sacha Lehmann, driving in prototype competition, will tell us a couple of secrets about his motorsport career, how he started, his results, achievements, and other things to do. Sacha, let's starting with a little describe about you.
So I'm Sacha Lehmann, 22 years old, living in Paris, French. Started racing at the age of 8 in minicart for 3 years. After a few years to focus on school and what I could do potentially out of racing, I went back to racing with the French F4 in 2018. The next year, I finished second in Ultimate Cup Series in the single-seater category. 2020, I finished second in two races in Spa, including a double pole in Ligier Européen Series. 2021 in Le Mans Cup, difficult season for my first season in MP3 with a tricky bronze driver next to me and 2022 reserve driver in ELMS in LMP2 and 23 so last year I did the Road to Le Mans and the rest of the championship not including Portimao the last round in Le Mans Cup with M Racing including the fourth place in the Road to Le Mans and this year I'm driving with Virage in the Ultimate Cup Series and I'm currently first in the championship.
All right. So, how you start the motorsport career, and who is the drivers who is your favorite drivers? Like I say, to convince you to start the motorsport career, if you have a role model.
Um, I think the only person who tried to make me love basically the sport was my father. There was no like particular driver to like inspire me, except maybe Kimi Räikkönen. I felt I had a bit the same like not mentality, but the same way of like the way I was living, the way I was behaving also. Right now, the way I'm talking, it seems like I'm not really like into it, but I am. But it's just the way I am, and yeah, probably Kimi Räikkönen, and yeah, my father just put me on the kart when I was like 6 years old, in the south of France for the first time, and I felt pretty like good in the kart, and I just said, yeah, let's do that for a living. So that's how it started.
All right. What do you recommend for rookies or for new generation, whatever you want to say? What do you recommend for a rookie to start the motorsport career? Which competition, which cars, which events, and others?
Depends what you want to do and if you have the finance to do so. Like you have to think like long term. If you want and you have the financial support to do that, you want to go like for Formula One, you go straight to F4, probably either German, either Italian, or either French F4. And afterwards, either the FRECA to like wait 1 year before going to FIA F3 and after F2 and F1 and depending how you go you'll manage to be in F1. Also you have to be in an academy. It's easier to enter F1 if you're in one of them. And for prototype I would say it's prototype and GT it's a bit different. GT, you can start with the GT4 European or France first. And after you can go like GT3 or the Blancpain. I don't remember if the name changed,
GT
but
World Challenge.
yeah, the World Challenge and stuff like this. And after you can do Le Mans and stuff, depending on which car you're driving and if you're in a constructor official driver. And for prototype, I would say maybe Ligier European Series in LMP4, GSP4, sorry, and after probably Le Mans Cup, Ultimate Cup Series like I am right now in LMP3, and after probably ELMS LMP3 or LMP2, depending on how you've been and if financially also it's possible. And afterwards, if you manage to do well in LMP2, maybe going to hypercars or something if you manage to get picked up by a constructor and after do Le Mans and the life goes on.
All right, and it's gonna be an extra question. It's very important, like I say, to drive with a team, like know you very well language, like French drivers from French teams, Italian to Italian team, and other stuff like that, or you can choose international teams, like I say. What do you prefer?
I mean, if I can win Le Mans one day, for example, with a French team, it will be even more perfect because, of course, I'm really proud to be French and of everything we have in the country. So, yeah, to do it with a brand like Alpine, Peugeot, or another one, if another one is coming, would be perfect.
I understand. And of course, the communication between drivers and the rest of the staff, if they are in the same language, is very, very perfect because probably not everyone know very well English and they need to translate from English to other language. So yeah, it's very important to start the motorsport career wherever competition you start, and after that you will see the career how goes step by step by step by step as usual. Sasha, let's time to talk about a serious question. In my country, the more sport is being promoted by two phrases: street is not circuit, and champions are in circuit, not in the street. To tell us people for the first time who watching our interview, the people who know my interview for other project will know exactly what I'm talking about. In your opinion, what do you have to do to convince people to coming on events and track days?
Track days, it's a bit different. Of course, the events, I would say it's more the championship promoters who are like supposed to like attract people with like Instagram posts, reels or stuff like that. And depending on how they do that, if they do it well, if people are attracted by it, normally it should attract some people to follow the championship. Depending on where they live, maybe they decide to go to races. But for test days, it's different because most of the time we don't have any people during test day. If there is like two people, it's already a lot. So yeah, no, normally there is a few photographers. Sometimes they are like attached to the person who is like doing the test day, but sometimes it's not the case, and it's pretty rare to see someone in test day just here to see the race cars.
And this way to convince people to coming on events and track days can stop the street racing.
The street racing, you said?
Yeah, the street racing. These events can stop the street racing because people continue to make street racing or illegal racing.
Street racing. Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, those type of people probably don't really think about the dangerous part of what they are doing. Depending on who they are, what car they have, they might be even like faster in the street, which makes it even more dangerous. But obviously, it's not the area to do a race. If you want to race, you pay a year entry to a track wherever you want, and you just race there, but not on the street. It's dangerous for everybody.
I understand. I understand. And of course, guys, if you want to come to see events, if you want to come on track days, of course, check the website, check the tracks, check the local tracks, especially. And of course, I will let you, Sacha Lehmann, all the social media in description to talk about with him. And if you want to talk about him on social media, you can make a Q&A session in the comment section down below to asking him. If you don't ask him on social media, you have in the comment section down below to ask him about his motorsport career and other things to do, of course, especially the achievements and results as well. Now I have another extra question. After that, we will finish the interview. Of course, I know very very well, but the people who see my interview don't very well. What is the difference? I know the difference. I know the difference, but the people probably don't know exactly. How is the difference between LMP3 and LMP2? I know everybody tell is a prototype, of course, but there's a lot of difference between these two. And of
I
course,
mean,
if you can tell me the prototype in this European series also, if you put the all three prototypes.
yeah, I could do that. So the difference between all three of them, obviously, already the body of the car is quite different. You have the P3 behind you in picture, and if you compare that to the Orica LMP2, which is the most used LMP2, you can see that there is slight difference on the body, on the front of the car, the rear also, the side of it. I think it's slightly bigger on the side. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's larger or not. Also, inside of the cockpit, it's completely different. You're sitting on a bit more on the left-hand side when on the P3 car, you're completely on the right-hand side. You have a lot of difference inside the car as a driver. You have a lot more noise, which can be really annoying if you don't really like a really loud noise in LMP2. So you can't do anything about it except getting earplugs and yeah, just try to survive with it. But apart from that, I would say to say between LMP3 and LMP2, the big difference might be the corner speed a little bit, the braking. It's carbon brakes on LMP2, which is not the case in LMP3. The Gs that you're getting. Um, yeah, apart from that, so I said the vibrations. Uh, yeah, I can't really like tell you all of them because there is so much difference. But from a driver perspective, I would say also that the P3 is more like you're more free to do like a bit what you want, the driving style that you want. When in P2, there is like one way to drive, and if you don't do that, you're slow. And that's a bit annoying. Like you have to play with the TC also. If you get the TC to like if the TC activates himself, you lose time. When in an MP3 you have a TC but you don't use it except for the rain. And yeah, that's the main difference on this part from a driver's perspective. And for GSP4, I would say the car is a bit more sluggish. Like the rear and the front is a bit, yeah. I'm not gonna say the word, but compared to an LMP3, it's completely different. Yeah, the front and the rear lack of grip compared to an LMP3 and LMP2, obviously. And same, it's a car that you can play with, but not too much, otherwise you degrade the tires. And yeah, it's a car just to start and learn what's a prototype, basically. And that's the first, or nearly the first one that you can learn in. And probably the slowest one, like the F4, for example,
Or
in single seat.
GT4 also for the
Yeah,
GT3.
or GT4 for GT3.
All right, and that's for sure. Every prototype driver have a dream to compete in a hypercar, especially in World Endurance Championship.
Mm.
And if you have a choice between Peugeot and Alpine, which is the team do you want to compete in World Endurance Championship?
Uh, f- I mean both, but obviously because I worked with them for some other things, I would say Alpine. I have them actually just behind on my screen. I have the car on my screen, so yeah, the I prefer the livery of Alpine because it's representing a bit more the French flag, which I put pretty much everywhere on my helmet or wherever I can. Even when I'm racing on the sim, I'm wearing those colors, so that's also one of the reasons why I would prefer Alpine.
All right, all right. And in the final on the interview, a message for fans, for teams from racing fans and others.
Um, if I have a message, especially for people who want to start racing, who doesn't necessarily have the money, the most important is to believe in yourself, to believe in that you can get the money from sponsors and I don't know, maybe also part of your family um, to start racing, start deliver and show the results, and after people will come and start help you, and probably you'll manage to have a career one day.
All right, all right. So, guys, this is gonna be the message from Sasha to everyone who's starting motorsport career, especially for motorsport fans to come to see, to promote this motorsport, and of course the community increasing from year to year, like I say, of course, and convince other people to come on racing also. If you have other words to tell before we start in the ending of interview.
Other words towards who?
Other words about what do you say, what do you do? I don't know.
I mean, to follow my races, to follow me on Instagram, even Twitch, because I'm preparing something also on this side, and yeah, to enjoy watching the races, whatever, if it's mine, Formula One or WEC or whatever, and yeah, just enjoy motorsport.
All right, so I will let you all social media and all platform to watching Sacha Lehmann in competition, also to watching in motorsport career, and of course, if you want to ask him, follow him, send message, Q&A section, the comment section down below also, and other things to do. Thank you so much, Sasha, to accept my invitational. If you want to come on Motorsport International, you can call or you can write a message to Sasha. Sasha will let me a message, and of course, we'll see a time and we'll set, excuse me, a time and a day to come on Motorsport International to tell us your story, to tell us everything about you, about his motorsport career, achievements, results, and other things to do. And guys, it's gonna be another episode here in Motorsport International. Who's next? We don't know, but Sasha have an invitation, have an invite, excuse me. Of course, I search and I contact other people to come here in Motorsport International. Also, until next time, I am Baicu Vlad-Andrei. With me was Sacha Lehmann. Good luck in 2024 season, and let's see the 2025 how it goes. Guys, let's go racing room. You are the best, and remember, street is not circuit.